Okay, so it's Pocket Gamer, and we're down in London checking out the new games from Kabam, and we're here with Andrew from Kabam. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Thank you very much for the opportunity. My name is Andrew Sheppard, and I'm president of studios at Kabam. At Kabam, we have two business units. We have a publishing team and an internal development team. Both actually distribute their own games. But the studio side represents about 550 people within Kabam. And our heritage is very much about strategy games. That's what we're best known for. But over the last 3 to 6 months, we've really been expanding our genre focus. So it started with Fast and Furious 6, one of the top downloaded games in 2013. 33 million installs live to date, and our first foray into drag strip racing games, and continues with Heroes of Camelot, which is a battle card game that we're really excited about. And this coming year, you're going to see a lot of much more innovative titles come from Kabam. You'll see us push into tower defense games, but this time with a unique twist. In Dark District, which comes out December 12th, we're looking at a game that is a 3D tower defense game with direct control of units. And in Q1, a game called Blast Zone, which is a fully interactive action game, multiplayer, synchronous when possible. That is really resonating well with our focus groups.
You say, you guys have been really well known for your strategy games, so
yes.
Kingdoms of Camelot and Dragons of Atlantis. So obviously that's kind of something you've nailed down. So
yes.
Why not just make another one of those? Why are you kind of experimenting?
That's a great question. One of the things that's core to the history of Kabam and to our belief as a company is that you always have to adapt. You always have to change. You have to adapt and tune yourself to where the market's going. And what's for sure happening right now is that game developers and, more importantly, consumers are moving to higher fidelity gameplay experiences. They want 3D. They want AAA quality. They want more immersive and interactive gameplay experiences. So although we have games that are phenomenal for 2012, Kingdoms of Camelot was the top grossing app in the iOS App Store in 2012, that game would not be successful in 2015, wouldn't be successful in 2014 to the extent it is. So that means our strategy is twofold. One, we're going to upgrade Kingdoms of Camelot to make it next gen, and some of those updates have flown into the most recent release. We've improved the quality for high-res devices, and we'll continue to push that game to new levels of innovation, without changing what works. And then in the future, you'll see us push into games that are much more interactive, well beyond the comfort zone of what we're doing today.
I guess another thing you kind of been surprisingly good at, if I'm allowed to say that, is kind of having movie licenses were normally like a curse, and you managed to, with The Hobbit and Fast and Furious, to pull off two very successful movie license games. I mean, is that just kind of luck, or how are you guys kind of making those things work?
It's super nice of you to say. We've been very fortunate. As a company, we've made a couple of great decisions over our lifespan, which feels longer than it was, but 4 years passes fast in this space. And the opportunity to work on The Hobbit with Warner Brothers, and the opportunity to work with NBC Universal on Fast 6, and to be able to deliver early wins that gave them the trust and confidence for us to basically drive a lot of the creative execution, a lot of the gameplay innovation, was critical to making those games work. And what I love about both those partners, and in fact all of our partners on the Hollywood side, is that they understand that this is a service-based model. They understand that we need to constantly be making changes and updates and improvements to the game, and they're supportive of that from the get-go. And I think just by virtue of us being communicative of those goals, those objectives, those requirements, we've been able to deliver the success that they were looking for from a business standpoint. So yeah, we've done something that no other game company has really done before, which is make licenses work. Yeah.
So the games we've been looking at, you kind of mentioned them, most of those internally developed games, really
yes.
strong internal studio
yes.
in San Francisco and Beijing. But you mentioned publishing before, and that's kind of something you've been building up in 2013. So you're doing War Tunes. So can you talk a bit about kind of why that was a game you wanted to publish?
So Amit Ranade is the president for our publishing business, and that business has only been around a year. But the heritage of the business is really important for people to know. Amit came from the studio side and ran our distribution team, and it was the distribution team that powered a lot of the success that the first-party business had in 2013 and in 2012 with mobile. And what we realized as we were kind of looking at the operating qualities of the business is that that distribution muscle can go a long way to help our first-party business, but it can also help third-party companies. And so the company we're working with on War Tune, and I don't want to take too much of their thunder, worked with us on a non-exclusive basis on the web distribution side. And they were so impressed by our distribution team's ability to deliver results that they signed up to do an exclusive distribution deal on the mobile platform, iOS and Android. So that team is phenomenal. what's really nice about the way Kabam operates in general is both business units operate in parallel, and there's a great deal of support for both. And so, although I'm jealous of how great Wartune looks, I think it's going to be a real smash, and I'm excited to see them branch market.
A bit of competition for the internal teams.
It's always good, yeah.
Okay, we're coming to the end of the year, so last question. Do you have
Yes.
any kind of predictions for next year? Anything, kind of trends you think we should be looking out for?
The trend that I'm most curious to watch, and I'm not sure how it'll play out yet, is how much tablet sell-through and adoption will impact console gameplay.
Okay.
And so I think pretty much everyone in the world understands and realizes that the tablet is more of a home entertainment experience. You can do it in front of the TV, you can do it in the bed. And the sessions are longer. You know, mobile is 15, anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes for a tablet. And so by virtue of the fact that it's co-located at home, that it's longer session, and it's increasingly high fidelity, how much will it eat into the next generation console sales? I think it's up to the market to determine, but it could be messy.
I think we'll definitely find out this year with the new consoles how that happens. Cool. Thank you very much for your time, Andrew.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.